if you want to improve your communication, if you want to become good at speaking, you have to spend a lot of time speaking. If I want to improve or to have a lot to say, then maybe I need to read a lot, I need to interact with people a lot. We absorb their habits, we absorb their words, we're just copying each other. Yo, what's up, my guys? Okay, today I want to talk about habits when it comes to communication. I have been very terrible at communicating, and now I'm slowly working my way upwards. I want to improve my communication so much. I want to just be so good at communicating. And I was recording just a few moments ago about the stuff that I want to talk about right now. I was just like, so I'm not going to like okay, so this video is not, so far I'm just doing terribly, right? But that's okay. I was wondering, why is it that I feel like I don't have things to say, right? At the right time when I need to say something, when I'm with other people and I'm just sitting there boring, I don't have stuff to say. And I was trying to understand why that is the case. And then I thought about habits. Um, yeah, yes. So I thought about habits. Right now, I'm having a little bit of, I'm struggling a little bit because I would wish for this video to flow. I would wish to speak continuously without pausing. But maybe because I understand I will go to edit this video, I will cut off the portions where I am thinking of what to say next, then that should be okay. So let me just relax and think slowly. I was wondering why it is the case that I am so boring. I usually don't have things to say when I'm with people. And it hit me, it has to be habits. Because I spend much of my time on my phone. And when I'm not on my phone, I'm just alone in my office doing my work, right? Even at home, I'm just in front of my computer working. So I don't talk to people a lot. That must be one thing that makes me not have things to say. Number two, I don't watch a lot of movies. I don't listen to a lot of podcasts. I don't listen to a lot of music, by the way. I only have my playlist has just a few music on there that I listen on repeat every day. So perhaps the reason why I tend to not have a lot of things to say is as a result of habit. I did a little bit of a Google search. I was looking for the name for a certain color whose hex code I had. And so I thought, what could be the name of this random hex code that I just came up with for this color? And I imagined there has to be like millions of combination of a specific hex code, right? For different colors. So we probably have millions of colors. And I was like, then that would mean we have millions of words for those colors. And I was like, is that even possible? So I did a Google search. I was like, how many words are there? How many English words do we have? And I was shocked to find this as the first answer that came up, that according to Oxford Dictionary, right? Let me say that again. According to Oxford Dictionary, there are about 170,000 words. And I was like, what? Okay, yeah, there's probably more than that because we also have obsolete words. So maybe it could be higher than that, probably 200,000, maybe 600, who knows. But what really caught my eye is that on average, the average people, they use about 20,000 to, yeah, about 20,000 words. How many do you use, by the way? I think personally, I use way less than 20,000 English words. Even if I come to maybe Swahili, because I speak Swahili a lot, it's not my native language, but it's the language that I use a lot more than English. I think I only use a couple of thousands, maybe like 1,000, 2,000 words, Swahili words, because I also tend to mix Swahili with English when I speak. Yeah, and that shocked me. I think I use way less than 20,000. 20,000 is the average. And we have like about 170K. So I was thinking, maybe if I want to improve or to have a lot to say, then maybe I need to read a lot. I need to interact with people a lot. So yeah, it all boils down to habits. If you don't spend a lot of time talking to people, if you don't spend enough time reading, enough time watching movies, and then the pool in your mind from which you're drawing things, ideas and stuff to say is going to be very limited. You're going to be flung into maybe a social situation and you're like, what do I say? Because something else that I remember is I have a friend of mine, and I have a friend, and he always seemed to have stuff to say. I tried to copy a few things from him. And this also reminds me that we just absorb all the time. When we are around people, we just absorb subconsciously. We absorb their habits, we absorb their words. We're just copying each other. We're just copying. And because now this friend of mine, whenever I hang around them for a considerable length of time, I tend to start sounding like them because they have this aura, like they usually have stuff to say and they're funny. And if I hang around them enough, like right now, there's something I've copied. Let me just say it. I tend to say this. Swahili people will understand this. When maybe I'm talking to someone is talking, they're saying something, I tend to go like, eh. And then I just joke like my friend. I just copied him. And yeah, I think if I hang around a lot of people, then I'll absorb a lot of these awesome ideas. I'll absorb a lot of interesting way of putting things, interesting way of seeing things. So it's just, it is just it. This video didn't have to be this long. I ought to just have said, if you want to improve your communication, if you want to become good at speaking, you have to spend a lot of time speaking. Speak to people, watch movies, just absorb a lot of ways of saying things, of seeing things, of experiencing things. Yeah, and then you end up being more interesting. Because even comedians, as they are practicing their comedy, they really have to practice. Oh, that's just it, man.